Welcome to E-Quips with NuMedia, the show where we explore smarter online strategies for your business.
I'm Rosie, and with me is Scott. Today we're diving into one of the biggest shifts in digital marketing, the rise of Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, and how it compares to traditional SEO.
If you've ever wondered how AI tools like ChatGPT or Google Search Generative Experience will change the way we optimize content, this episode is for you. By the end, you'll know how to keep your brand visible in the age of AI-driven search.
Search engine optimization, or SEO, is the practice of improving content so it ranks higher on search engines like Google or Bing. When someone searches for best coffee near me, SEO determines which websites appear at the top of the results. It's not just about keywords on a page. It involves backlinks from credible sites, technical site structure, and overall user experience.
Despite the rise of social media and AI tools, SEO remains a key part of digital marketing because most online journeys still begin with a search. From optimizing blog posts and local listings to writing YouTube titles and descriptions, SEO continues to be a vital part for visibility and relevance. But that's beginning to change. What happens when people stop searching and start asking AI instead?
That's where Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, enters the picture. GEO focuses on optimizing content for AI-driven search tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google Search Generative Experience. Unlike traditional search engines, which display a list of ranked links, AI tools summarize information from multiple sources into a single conversational answer. This means your visibility now depends on how well your content is structured, cited, and trusted by these systems.
GEO emphasizes context, authority, and structured data more than simple keyword matching. For example, a business blog that provides credible insights might be cited by an AI model, leading to an indirect traffic and brand recognition even without direct clicks. To support this new approach, tools such as schema markup, conversational writing, and OpenAI integrations are quickly becoming essential for staying discoverable.
Comparing SEO and GEO reveals how much the search landscape is shifting. SEO is about ranking on search engine results pages, while GEO is about being referenced within AI-generated answers. User behavior is also evolving as more people rely on voice assistants and chat-based queries instead of typing into search bars.
This new system raises important questions. How do AI models choose which sources to highlight? How transparent should they be about content attribution and ownership? The ethical implications are still unfolding. Some experts predict GEO will eventually replace traditional SEO, while others believe the two will coexist, creating a dual strategy that serves both human-driven search and AI-driven discovery. The key is content. I've told people this for a very, very long time because we used to play with what they call gray hat marketing. In the days of the old Westerns, you had the black hat, those were the bad guys. You had the white hats, those were the good guys. Everybody knows the Lone Ranger. In the middle were these gray hats. Which side are they on? Are they the good guy, the bad guy? Or are they going to get killed off? It doesn't really matter. A lot of people played in gray hat marketing, and then they stepped over the line into black hat marketing back when keywords were a big thing with search engine optimization. They did the whole keyword stuffing, where it didn't matter what your page was about. Any keyword that was popular or trending, you threw in there just so people would get to your page so that you could get more impressions, your rank goes up.
That's what a lot of people do nowadays with TikTok especially. Like you see there's an entire list or page of trending hashtags, keywords that people will just use on any miscellaneous video in order to get traction.
Yep. Well, the same core principle that I've kind of hung my hat on for years is Google's job is to connect relevant searches with relevant search results. As we step over into the world of AI, Google is still keen for search, but we have a lot of other alternative like AI agents and models that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's the same thing. AI's job is to convert your search, which is a conversational voice type, again, mimicking human interaction, with relevant results. So it goes back to core content. If you find a way for a time to use some sort of keyword stuffing, hashtag stuff, any of that sort of thing that's just trending, and you focus on the trend, you might get results in a fleeting moment, but at the end of that time, it could actually wind up hurting you. You could get banned, you could get blocked, and more importantly, as AI gets more intelligent on how it's compiling these things, it learns from its mistakes, and then all of the people that were playing the game the right way and focusing on content during that time are naturally going to start to rise to the top again with even more credibility, because AI knows, hey, you guys knew what you were doing and you were focused on the right thing versus trying to distract us with all this other stuff.
But that's eventually when AI becomes well trained enough to easily spot that.
That's true.
Again, when we get to that point, what are we using AI for, and like to what extent?
So again, like we talked about earlier, are you playing the short game or the long game? Because the short game, you might be able to use some of the trending tags and things like that for a quick hit, but if those tags are trending and give you the quick hit, but they aren't relative to your content, is that something you really want to dabble in?
Yeah. I think this also boils down to consistency. Of like consistency of using the same hashtags or keywords and not stuffing, or of creating your brand to have those keywords and hashtags so your brand stays relevant with those keywords and hashtags.
True.
So consistency is also key.
Consistency is key. That is right on the mark. So focus and consistency.
To future-proof your digital strategy, it's important to balance both. Maintain solid SEO fundamentals with well-structured websites, quality backlinks, and relevant keywords. At the same time, produce authoritative, fact-checked content written in a conversational human tone. Focus on user intent, providing clear answers to real questions rather than chasing fleeting trends. Implement structured data and strong sourcing so AI systems can accurately interpret and credit your material. Anyone can use both of anything. However, again, how much do you rely on SEO as compared to GEO, even if you're using both? Should you start using SEO or working primarily with SEO and boosting that, and then work with GEO, or the other way around?
I think in anything, you start with what you know. You really can't start anywhere else. If you start with what you know, which is SEO, and you're playing that game, then you layer on AI, it seems to me like it's a more sound strategy. And kind of like email marketing versus social media marketing. Both have their place, both have their focus, but when they're used together, they're also both more productive independently. The second part to that is, if AI is learning, if you are an AI trainer, part of where it gets its data, and a large part of where it gets its data, is what is being published online as relative content. So it's starting with search engine as well as a data source. So it seems to me like you need to give it good information in the channel that's known before you start working to develop your activity in a channel that is still developing, and at the same time not giving it any information to work from.
So you would say to the people who believe that GEO is just going to overtake SEO entirely, you would say to them, you're wrong, because everything starts a little bit with the content, with the SEO that you start with, and then generative AI or engines will then read it, or based off the keywords that you give generative engines versus search engines.
You did, and it's funny because the same thing happened between print and online content. People said online content is going to overtake print. Print will no longer exist. Well, no, it's going to overtake. It's going to have a more dominant position, but in the same way that something that is in printed form tends to convey knowledge, whereas the online form is information. It's a little bit the same way with search versus your AI experience, because AI is information, it is informative, but as you mentioned, cite sources. What are its sources? It's going to a more knowledgeable source, something that is more established, trying to compile all that as fast as it can, which is really cool, and then giving you the information that you want. It's not a true knowledge center.
Yeah. Today, we broke down how SEO has evolved and why GEO is redefining the future of online visibility. Whether you're optimizing blog posts or building brand authority, the key takeaway is this: content that's useful, trustworthy, and structured will win, no matter what engine is reading it.
In our next episode, we'll explore one of the most effective digital marketing tools out there, retargeting. We'll show you how to re-engage visitors who left your site without converting, what tools make it happen, and how to do it the right way.
Subscribe now so you don't miss it, and check our show notes for links and resources from today's episode. Thank you.